Going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Today we got a food review. Carl's Jr. Again, like I say in a lot of my videos, I haven't had Carl's Jr. I haven't had fast food in a long time. This is honestly probably the most fast food I've had in this short a period of time, is doing some of these national hot spicy food reviews. But I enjoy it, you know. So come to find out, Carl's Jr. has a new burger called The Ghost. It has Soul-Scorching sauce and ghost pepper cheese. I got the double. There's a weird story about that on their menu, both at the drive-thru that I went to and on Uber Eats, even online. They're showing 3 versions of this. Well, 4 now, because there's a breakfast version that looks really good. But the burger, there's a single, a double, and then it says the Angus. So I don't know. So I ordered the Angus, and she kept telling me, do you want the double or the single? And I said, I don't know. You know, it says right out here on the menu, 3 options. So nonetheless, I got the double Angus. Also, their pricing on the menu in the drive-thru says $8.69 for the Angus, and for the double, the receipt here says $11.89 plus tax. One double Angus Ghost, $11.89, with tax out the drive-thru, $12.87. So, but this thing has some weight to it. It really does. So, anyways, let's get to it. I'm excited. Also, come to find out, Carl's Jr. is still offering their Diablo burger, which I reviewed a while ago. This is huge. I should have just got the single. Whatever. But they're still offering their Diablo. So if you guys haven't checked that out, I have a review on that burger as well. It's really a good burger. I remember really liking it. And I remember that burger when Carl's Jr. released it having some drama around it, where because it's called Diablo, as in Lucifer, Satan, the devil, I don't know. It's the world we live in. So it says right there, limited time offer, double. This thing is massive. So here's what we got. I just have pulled up the single Ghost on their website. So charbroiled all beef patty, double. Ghost pepper cheese, 2 slices of bacon. So there may be more bacon on the double. I'm not sure. We'll find out. Sliced onion, lettuce, sliced tomato, pickles, and soul-scorching sauce on a seeded bun. I quickly did a Google search for ingredients on the Soul-Scorching sauce, and to no avail. I couldn't find much. I gave up. It is what it is. But I was kind of interested just to see, you know, what's the it's a hard one to say, Soul-Scorching. Anyways, hope everybody's having a good day. I haven't even seen much promotion on this. I don't even know how I came across it last week, or during the week this last week. But I always was a fan of Carl's Jr. growing up. My dad and I used to go to Carl's Jr. He really liked it. Smells really good. It's going to be a mess. It is just greasy as all get out. It's all that sauce. Here's what the burger looks like. You can see a lot of the sauce there. There is some bacon on it. I'm not going to open it up too much because it's just greasy. No seeded bun though, so I don't know about that. Cheers, my friends. Okay, it's got the pickle, lettuce, onion, tomato. I see it. It's got bacon on there. It's got the cheese in between the 2 patties. A little bit of sauce and grease. So far, I'm not detecting any heat. But it is flavorful. Now, I'm going to mention this just real quick because the dominant flavor right now in this burger is the bacon and then the beef. But the bacon's pretty overpowering, that flavor. Now, I like bacon just like the next guy, but I don't eat it a lot. I don't cook it a lot. I don't put it on my burgers that often because of that. It kind of overpowers the other flavors, and some people really like that. I'm not one of them. I like bacon, but on its own, kind of. You know what I'm saying? And then, anyway. It's a little messy. You can see the sauce. It's kind of a light orangish complexion to the sauce. I think the bottom part of this burger is going to be the best place to maybe catch some spice. They might have should have added some pickled jalapenos or something maybe. Look at the backside of this burger. It's just dripping. So yeah, like I said, as the burger was sitting like this in the bag, of course it all went down to that bottom. It's really creamy in this section, so we're getting a lot more of the cheese now. We're getting a lot more of the sauce, much more blended up. Mm-hmm. This back end of the burger is night and day better. I can now start tasting the charbroiledness of the burger patties. It appears to be a pretty liquidy, runny type sauce, but I think that's just the grease the cheese and the sauce kind of coming together and heating up and becoming that way, because on the top portion of this bun, it's saturated pretty good. It's hard to tell. Well, that be all she wrote on the Ghost. It's just called the Ghost Burger from Carl's Jr. Again, unfortunate. There's really no spice to it that I'm detecting. I mean, there's a little bit of something there, but I didn't get any of that until maybe the last 3 or 4 bites of the cheeseburger itself. The second half of the burger was night and day better than the top half. It seemed to be all the liquids, all the moisture, the sauce, the cheese, everything like that, and including probably a lot of grease, all at the bottom there, of bottom half of that burger. So it was much better as far as flavor. The bacon was seasoned, cooked nice, tasted like good bacon. The Angus patties were charbroiled, at least it had that flavoring to it. They were pretty fat, pretty juicy, tasted like good quality. The lettuce, tomato, excuse me, there was the right amount of it, but not enough to really hold the integrity of the fruit itself, in terms of, that lettuce was kind of wilting, from the heat of the burger, from all of those things. The tomato doing the same thing, became a little mushy. The onion held up pretty well, so it had like a little bit of a bite to it. But texturally, there wasn't much crunch to it. I think if it would have been the seeded bun, that would have helped with that. I like the option. I like the branding that they did. If you guys Google it, the picture of the burger and just how they've marketed it, like most places, looks really cool, looks really neat. It just doesn't have enough spice to it, maybe some people will detect some spice out of that. It's really hard, these days for me to really, get a lot of that spice if it's not super prevalent. And unfortunately, with this particular burger, it's not real prevalent, for somebody like me. For me, I had to kind of search for it as I was eating and try to find it, and it was still really hard to do so. So, but overall, it's a mean burger is in terms of how big it was. I think the single would be more than enough for most people. Would have been enough for me. I'll just be really, really well filled up for work tonight, and but I've got 4.5 hours before I got to go run around, so not bad. Anyways, I'm gonna cut out. That was the Ghost Double Angus Burger from Carl's Jr. I appreciate everybody watching. I mean, it's worth a shot. I think Carl's Jr. makes a good burger. You know, I would get that again. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is I would, if I was eating it back at the house or something like this, I would definitely cut up at least a Serrano or a habanero. I think a habanero would pair, really well with that, flavor wise. That sauce had a little bit of a barbecue note to it as well. And at first I wasn't sure if that was what I was getting from the charbroiledness of the patties themselves, or if that was a hint of the sauce. After further review, thinking about it now, I think the sauce had just an underlying note of like a little bit of a savory kind of barbecue note to it. Yeah, that's all I got. Thank y'all for watching.